What's up, YouTube? What's up, Raider Nation? Got the Strohs hat on. We need some help, man. We started the season off blazing, right? And we struggling here recently. We had a nice walk-off the other day. The young cat, we got us a shortstop, boy. I ain't lying. Correa was, I think I'm gonna miss Correa, but I ain't gonna miss him as much because this young dude, this young cat, he got a glove and he got a bat. Okay. Anyway, this is not about the Astros. I'm just feeling the Astros right now. I'm trying to give them that synergy, right? I'm trying to give them good vibes, okay? But this is basically, I ain't even going into the draft. This is just some draft talk, a rumor that's out there, all right? This is a Raider video, all right? So, there's a big rumor, all right, that Darren Waller is on the trade block and Green Bay is truly involved, okay? So how the rumor really goes is that for Adams, the original deal was a 1 and 2. We would give up a 1 and 2 and Waller. We were going to receive a 2 and Adams. Okay, that second round pick is kind of suspect. Not everybody agrees on that. That was really part of the deal, but the deal didn't go through because Devontae Adams is a franchise player, and the league would not allow the deal to go through because Waller isn't a franchise player, okay? Franchise tagged player, okay? So it wasn't apples to apples, so they wouldn't let the deal go through. So now, what the rumor is that we're looking to, I guess, complete that deal with Green Bay and trade Waller for a 2, okay? I want to give my opinion about that, all right? So, as a fan, as a person who wants the best for his team, okay, I do not want this deal to go down. I want Waller. I want the most prolific offense that we can put on the field, because we're going against some very strong teams in the AFC West, okay? In the AFC period, but particularly in the AFC West. And scoring is going to be at the premium, okay? You have San Diego is loaded for bear on both sides of the ball, but particularly on the defensive side. They added one of the top corners, right? They added one of the best pass rushers when he's healthy in Mac, okay? They already had Bosa, okay? So you have, not Bosa. Is it Bosa on the Chargers? Yeah. It is Bosa. Okay. Yeah. Is it Bosa?
Yeah.
Joey Bosa. Yeah, he is on there. That's right. Yeah. So anyway, so they have a great pass rush coming at us with a decent back end. They already had a decent back end, and they added one of the top guys, right? So, scoring is going to be a premium, and I want as many weapons that is possible on our team, okay? Now, and on top of that, Waller is just a good guy. He's a community guy. He has some troubles in his past, but he's used that to his advantage. The only reason, and I hate when guys do that, talk about somebody's past, you know, to talk about the future, right? I only mention that because I'm so proud of how he has turned his life around. I'm saying it because of pride. I'm not saying it to remind you of his past, remind you of his mistakes. I'm only saying it because of how proud I am of how he's turned things around, and he's such an influence, a positive influence in not only the community, but on this team. And for that, I truly want to keep him. For what he does on Sundays, and sometimes on Thursdays, right? I truly want to keep him on this team. I think personally he's one of the top. He's in the top 3 when it comes. He's one of the top 3 tight ends in the league. Okay, you're not going to argue he's in the top 5. He's definitely in the top 5. I would put him in the top 3. Okay, with that type of talent at the price tag that he's coming in, he's a steal. Okay, is it going to be hard to sign? When I talked about how Derek Carr structured his contract, but I also didn't talk about how Adams structured his contract. He's getting paid, but it's not handcuffing his team. I wouldn't put in the same category as team friendly, but it certainly gives you an opportunity to add to this team, the way it's structured. So there's room for all the guys that we need to sign to be signed. Okay, we know Renfro needs to be signed. We know Waller needs to be signed, and we have some other guys too, right? I want to resign. I want to see how Perriman does in this defense, but I think he's a fantastic middle linebacker that can truly get these moving parts in the correct spots. So all these players that needs to be re-signed, that's important for the long-term structure of this team. So Waller, to me, this is the way I look at it. I want to keep him. I want to keep him for multiple reasons. The reasons I just talked about. Okay? But, and there's a caveat here. There is a but. All right? How important is the tight end position to this offense? I think it's extremely important. But Foster Monroe, he's not in the top 5, okay? He certainly could be mentioned. I certainly see him being in the top 15, okay? What I mean by that is above average. I see him as an above average tight end, okay? Now, here's a question. You have one of the top wide receivers, top 3 in the league, okay, in Adams. You have one of the best up-and-coming slot guys in Renfro, all right? You have a guy, I think, that can really break out this year in Adams. I mean, not Adams, but in Edwards, okay? You have a couple of guys that you brought in that could be added to this team, right? But just look at what we have. You have a potential number 1 in the league in Adams. You have a top 10, perhaps higher, in Renfro, okay? You have Edwards that has potential, has great potential. If you look at what he did last year, when we needed a catch, he was there. Just we need more consistency from him. And when you have one of the best in the league in that wide receiver room now in Adams, you have to feel like his game is going to elevate. So if he's more consistent and he's able to continue his growth with this team, you have a very, very good combination there. Okay. Now, Foster Monroe, in Waller's absence last year, he played pretty well. He has some clutch catches. He has the athleticism. I can't say that word. He's an athletic guy. How about that? Not to the level that Waller is. I'm gonna keep saying that because I need that to be understood. I need my feelings to be understood. Waller is the upper class. Okay, he's in that top tier. Okay. Foster Monroe is efficient. He could be an effective tight end. He's an above average tight end at this point. Could he develop to be in the top 10? He could actually develop, in my mind, to be in that top 10. So that's the question. Are you okay with a top 10 guy, a potentially top 10 guy, versus a knowing guy that you know is in the top 5 and arguably could be in the top 3? That's the big question. Okay? Because here's what you can do. And this is where I'm not okay with this deal. The rumors are Waller to Green Bay for a number 2. I don't agree with that. I do not agree with that. If we are talking about a number 2 for Waller, I do not want that man traded for a number 2 under no circumstances. You have to give me a number 1. Now, I'll do this. I'll do Waller. You give me a number 1, and maybe I give you Waller and a number 4, maybe something like that. I'll take that 4th, flip Waller, and give me a number 1. I'll do that because here's the thing. Here's the thing. For some reason, we have not addressed that right tackle position. There's a couple tackles in this draft that are rumored or are projected to be top right tackles. If we have one of those guys on our radar, okay, then it might be a win-win. Then I might be okay with it, okay? But there's a lot of moving parts in that trade. There's a lot of moving parts. Versus, here's what I would like to see. Keep Waller. Let's get Darren Williams on board, the guy that the Bills have released. I'll keep Waller. Bring me Darren Williams to secure the right tackle position, and go into this draft with our number 3 pick, our 3rd round pick, and best guy available. That's what I desire. That's what I truly want. I'm just addressing this rumor and how I feel about the rumor. But if you want to know what RaiderKev wants, RaiderKev wants you to keep Waller, freaking sign Williams. Why haven't we signed Williams yet? Okay? And go into this draft with our 3rd round pick, best guy available. That's what RaiderKev desires. And in essence, I feel that's the best for this team. Because let me just throw it out there, man. I know we've talked about it, but I just love saying it. Because the potential for it is just incredible to me. Right? Adams, your number 1 wide receiver. Renfro in the slot. Darren Waller wreaking havoc at the tight end position. A running game that's efficient. And an up-and-coming wide receiver in Edwards. Damn it, that sounds good. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like a top 5 offense to me. That's what that sounds like. That sounds like a top 5 offense. Raider fans, don't you want that? I would love to have that going into week 1. God. Okay, so listen, guys. That's the rumor that's out there. Waller to Green Bay for number 2. My official feelings about it, just to make, because I said a lot of stuff, my official feelings about it is that I do not want that deal to go down. That's my official feelings. I gave you how we could make it work, how we could help the organization if that's the plan, if that's the deal, if that's going to go down. I see how you can make it work. But my desire, my official desire, is to say no to this deal. Keep my man Waller. Let's re-sign him to a 5-year deal, and let's keep this thing rolling. We have the opportunity with the deal that Carr signed, with the deal that Adam signed. We can, and also, there's another thing too. People not recognizing, right? Max Crosby didn't beat us over the head with his deal. Okay? So you got, it's hard to say Adams is a team-friendly deal, but it didn't hit us over the head like people might want to say. So with these contracts that we have signed, these guys that we brought in, nobody has hit us over the head. We still have the opportunity to sign Waller and to sign Renfro. We still have that opportunity. I want that to be reality. So that's my desire. That's what RaiderKev wants. I want Waller on this team. Okay? But if they're determined to trade him, I need a number one. I'll give up a 4 and Waller to get me a number one. But in my estimation, and then this is what I think Green Bay is thinking. That deal for Adams, a number 1 and a number 2, they probably could have got more. They probably could have got more somewhere else. But this the deal Adams wanted. He wanted to be in Vegas. They got a number 1 and a number 2. But I think they wanted something else also. And I think that other piece was Waller. Okay? But that deal didn't go through. So now, if we're going to isolate this particular deal, and we're talking about Waller to Green Bay, I want a number 1. Waller is worth a number 1. Okay? He's young. Of course, he's going to want a raise. But he's young. He's a mismatch against anybody. There's not a team in this league can match up against that cat. You put a corner, he's going to out-physical you, if that's a term. If you put a linebacker on him, he's going to out-quick you. That is a term. Okay? So he's a mismatch regardless to how you play him. He has the hands and he has the determination, and what he does for your locker room and for your community cannot be understated. So that's why I think he's worth a number 1. And that's what I want for him. If I'm going to give him up, that's what I want. Now, if you got to throw in another pick to make it work, that's fine. But I want a number 1. And if we're going to do it, you better hit on that pick. Because I know what I have in Water. If you, look, I didn't do that video, but what the Raiders did under Gruden and Mayock administration, that first round picks were not very well. They were not very good. They didn't hit. They kind of hit. You know what I'm saying? But your first round picks, you need to hit. And they did not do it. So if we make this deal for a young top 3 tight end, if we make that deal, you better get a number 1. Put it like this. Even if you get a number 2, you better hit. You better be drafted with that draft pick a Pro Bowler. A 5-6 year Pro Bowler. And what I would desire, I want to secure that right tackle position. So if you have a right tackle that's on your board, that you see you can get with that draft pick for Waller, okay, I'm going to trust you. But I'm going to talk about your ass if you miss. That's all I'm saying. Because I know what I have in Waller. So look, guys, that's all I have for this. I look forward to the draft. I might do a little something on draft day, just to talk about things. We'll know a lot of these moving parts. There's some other rumors that are going out with other teams. I like to stay in my lane, but if you have something you want to talk about, put it in the comments. I'll look it up. I'll check it out. We could talk about it. Okay. I don't think I really would love to do a live. And if my work situation had worked out the way I wanted it to, I was going to plan on doing a live for the draft. I was going to try to hook up with some friends and just do a live, right? But I don't know where I'm going to be or what I'm gonna be doing that day. So planning on a live would not be fair. So I'm not doing that. But look for my comments. I'm probably gonna do a review of the first round. It all depends. If something really exciting happens, I'll do a video on it. If not, I'll just wait and see what the Raiders do. Okay. So look, guys, if you got something that you want me to talk about or cover, leave it in the comments. I'll do it. But otherwise, guys, I'm in this like I always do, man. Take care of each other. Love each other, guys. And guys, be blessed. RaiderKev is out. Peace. Go Stros. Let's get it together, boys. RaiderKev is out.